And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And incomplete to open things up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They start the drive with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up second down. The Panthers hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, Trey, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here in Vegas. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense. They're right there at the one. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Cook will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 64 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Back to throw, Watson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Back to the ground, Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
From the 16, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 3 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Lawrence. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Here's second and a yard. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Jacobs going to try the middle, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. To throw is Watson, rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to look deep for more. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they will have a 1st down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. There he goes, right side. The 20. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play.
Touchdown, Panthers. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete here to Waller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lawrence going to throw again. The open man here, Renfro. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 6 now from the 42. Now Lawrence to throw. Back to Renfro again, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So we have reached halftime here. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Watson now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, it's Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. On first down, Lawrence. That's caught by Waller out left side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Lawrence will throw, fighting through pressure toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Lawrence. Caught left side by Mechie. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Lawrence. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action, Lawrence. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Only needing 2 yards on second down. But to throw again is Lawrence. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Back to throw. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Watson now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Taken down at the 42. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Now Watson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So a win here for the Panthers, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, Charles. And that's one Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant today, Brandon. He had 4 touchdown passes, and it felt like whatever the defense threw at him, he had a counter. He was just playing with confidence all afternoon long.
So for Carolina, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons.